They called it the murder house of North Ryde, a beautiful modern home tucked away on a quiet suburban street in Sydney, sold for a staggering $2.2 million. But behind the glass windows and fresh paint was a chilling story that made headlines across Australia. This house was the scene of one of the most brutal family murders in recent memory. In July 2018, a man named Firdouz Ahmed walked into the house carrying a knife. His target? His own wife, Asma Begum, and their two young children. That day, a seemingly ordinary home turned into a crime scene that would haunt the neighborhood forever. Neighbors recalled hearing screams, but by the time police arrived, it was too late. Inside, they found Asma and the children, brutally murdered. Ahmed was arrested on the spot, covered in blood. The story shocked Sydney, not just because of the horror inside that house, but because there were no warning signs. Ahmed was a quiet software engineer. His wife, Asma, was studying at university. There were no police reports, no prior complaints, no red flags. Investigators later revealed that Ahmed had lost control during an argument, and what followed was a cold-blooded act of violence that stunned even seasoned detectives. Fast forward to 2022. 4 years after the murders, the same home quietly hit the Sydney property market. There was no mention of the crime in the listing, just glowing photos, a freshly renovated kitchen, and a family-friendly vibe. Shockingly, the property sold for $2.2 million, above the suburb average. Some locals were outraged. Others said, it's just bricks and mortar. But for many, the question remained, would you live in a house where something so dark happened? In Australia, real estate agents aren't legally required to disclose if a violent crime occurred at a property, unless a buyer specifically asks. That means someone might be living in that very house right now, with no idea what happened inside. One thing is certain, no amount of renovation can fully erase a story this tragic. And in Sydney's red-hot property market, even a murder house has value.